Hello my magical light beings, and welcome all to this video today. My name is Helita. Welcome to this channel. This channel is all about magical consciousness, or how we otherwise would say it, the 5D timeline. We are here now, and the best way to do that is go into nature. That's the key to 5D. So that's what I'm doing right now, even though my mind was saying, but it's cold, it's almost raining, it's windy. So if something is your highest excitement, do it. Otherwise you don't follow your desire, and then what happens is you block your sacral chakra and you don't feel very awake. You feel very tired at some point. You feel like you can sleep. You're not having fun because you did not decide upon your fun, your highest excitement. So that's what I did right now, because I actually got some more messages about the latest video that I made about mind, body, soul, and mind, that the mind is your tool, not your guide. And I was thinking, receiving information about it even more, because I noticed in the energy field, I don't know if you can notice this, the gap between 3D and 5D is getting, it's not like that, is not possible. That's what I received. 3D and 5D doesn't move further from each other, they never will. But the thing is, the only thing that happens is that they get amplified. Like those energies, just all energy, 3D's energy, 4D's energy, 5D's energy. Energy is just energy. That will not separate from each other. It just is being itself. And with that, the only thing that's happening on Earth right now is that it's getting amplified. So whatever timeline you choose, you notice it even more. If you choose fear, you will feel. I thought someone walked by me. You will feel the fear even stronger. If you choose the 5D timeline, you will feel love even stronger. Then I was on a bike and I thought something very fascinating, what I will get into in a moment. But you guys, look where I am at right now. Very beautiful. You can probably hear those people, but as you can tell, it's not the most sunny today, but first of all, we are the light that shines, and the sun is out there somewhere, shining right now, doing its best to still heat up this earth plane. And what I wanted to add to my latest video, because I talked about mind is our tool, not our guide, the guide is the soul. Then I started to talk about mind, body, soul, because that was a message that I was receiving the whole freaking morning. Then I was on a bike, I was like, wait, if you put mind, body, soul, if you would put them in physicality on a paper, how you would say them in order, you have mind, body, soul. And I thought, okay, body, this physicality, that's the body, this earth plane is body. And with that you have the protective self, or how you would say the ego, is part of the body. Then I thought, the ego operates from fear, so the body is the 3D timeline, 3D physicality. So I started to think about that order, mind, body, soul. 4D is the dream state. It's as well imagination, visualization. This is the place where we receive ideas. I think, I don't know, that's what I receive right now. So even though everything I'm saying is coming from me does not resonate, that's totally fine, you know, we all have our own truth. But I will keep going on with my story. Take it step by step, step by step. Before I continue on my story, with my story, on my story, we take a deep breath. Do it all with me. we're here now. You're alive. Any fear you have is the fear of dying. Are you dying right now? Are you? But okay, we'll continue on with my story. So you have mind, body, soul. Imagination, visualization is all 4D. So the mind, we use our mind to do that. We have a mind that receives information from the astrals when we sleep. So if you have mind, body, soul, you have mind, 4D, body, 3D, soul, last one. And soul is who we are. 5D timeline. The 5D timeline is love, truth, us, energy. It's who we are. That is love, and you know, we can go higher in the D's, 60, 70, 80, 90, go on like that. But soul is 5D. Then I was thinking about this you know, this list, why this was in this order, and then I thought mind, body, soul is something you use in the 5D timeline, because if you are awakened to those three, you are in the 5D timeline. If you're not awakened to your mind or your soul, you are not in the 5D timeline. Why is 5D the last one? Because it's the foundation. It is the foundation you're living on. Soul, you're living on soul, love. And the ones on top of that, you use. You use your body, you use your mind. And it made total sense to me why it was in this order, that the foundation in the 5D timeline is of course the soul. Then you have the body, and then you have the mind. Because if you would look at the earth plane, this is the foundation. What is standing on that? My body. Where's my mind? Above my body. And then I started to think about above. The mind above the body. Because mind over matter. You can use your mind as a tool to create your reality. To look from the higher perspective. Look at reality. The body is not looking at reality. But the mind is the top one, as it can perceive this reality and create it. If the body uses, if you use it as a tool to create the best possible life for your body on this earth plane. The first thing I received about this, that I was like, whoa, okay, so mind, body, soul, the message I received the whole time, has to do with the freaking timelines as well. So for example, you have people that are in 3D timeline. They live from fear, they're in their body, they're not awakened to their mind or their soul. Then you have people that are in the 4D timeline. Those people are curious people. They love to learn, love to look at conspiracy theories, for example, or they love to, very creative people are in that timeline as well, because they use their imagination. They tap literally, without knowing, ideas from the thoughts, and that is the astral place where ideas are, and all of that, if I could explain it that well, because in English I was like, I receive right now the message in Dutch in my head. It was a little bit difficult to explain, so I hope you get it. But then the 4D timeline, that's where a lot of those creative, curious people are. But those people, they still will perceive things. I hope you can hear me. Oh, it's windy. They still will perceive things as good or bad, as their mind, their body still gives them, you know, as they're not awakened to their soul, what is love, they only will know actually the logical mind and fear. So they will still judge with the logical mind and base things on good or bad, and with that they go about life. So they will say, this is bad, that's why I will not go that way. I will choose that one because that one seems good, positive, negative. That's a way of living, of course, and people can live very positive in the 4D timeline, as they always choose that what looks good to them. While 5D living, the 5D timeline, is love. It has no judgment. Nothing is good or bad, it's just being. You're being yourself. You're not limited by your own limits you put on yourself of negative, positive, good. I'm good or bad. I am at a crossroad right now. Literally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's not 1. 5. Number 5. We're in year 2021. I will go that way. We're in year 2021. The number 5, change, is in the air. Literally today, I was doing a reading and I got a message everywhere. Change things up. You cannot repeat the past, because past, you know, that is what the ego uses, the protective self. With that, probably fear. And with that, I come to my story that I started off with. The amplifying of fear and love. I don't know if you've noticed this. I noticed it yesterday, today, the whole week already in 2021. I noticed it. How obvious it is getting for me to see when I'm choosing love or fear, that if I'm doing things because the past, fear, or love, unknown, that would actually is very, very important. Of course, the soul is the 5D timeline. 5D timeline is love. So if you choose love, choose the soul. With that, you choose the unknown, and in the unknown you expand, and that's what your soul came here to do: expand and grow and learn. That was its only reason it came here, to learn. Soul growth. Choosing the 5D timeline is growth. But growing, if you want to grow a flower, you cannot just put the seed there on the ground and think it will grow. It is a practice, and that's what I noticed the last couple days. The timeline is a practice. 5D timeline, 5D living is a practice. It is a practice of choosing love. It's a practice of observing, using your mind as a tool, not your guide, and to see it over and over again. Whatever you do, with everything you do, deciding that you then observe. Is it love or fear? Is it love or fear? A lot of people on this airplane would think that's so much work. But practice makes, not perfect. Practice brings, how do you say that? Mastery. Practice brings mastery. Choosing love over fear is a practice. It's something we learn. It is something we can master, and we get so good at it. But if we don't keep the practice going, it's the same with passions. If you don't keep the fire burning, the fire will go out. You can always decide to match it again, to light it up, match it, light it up. You have this lighter. You can decide, I would love to spark my passion again. So you put the lighter on, like, how do you say that? You get the fire going again. That's just it. But to keep the fire going, you have to stand there and look at it and like put things in there, and to keep it, burning. It's the same with passions. It's the same with love. But it's a different kind of way, because love is our being, so it's always there. It's just something we have to tap into. Passions is a decision as well, just like love. Passion is something, this earth plane. Love is our being. And that is important, that passions connect to the body as well to the mind. They work together, because most of the time you have a passion because you can think about it, you have a passion. And if you then tap into it again, you awaken the passion again. But with love is the same thing. You have to tap into it again to be able to understand it, to know what love is again. And that's what I saw. I was like, well, it's so important to know that in the 5D timeline, it's not just that you know about love, and that's it. The 5D timeline is a consistent choosing, practice, mastery of choosing love. And you can only stay in the 5D timeline if you are committed to it. If you commit to it. If you cannot commit to it, you will fall out of it again and again and again, out of that energy, out of that timeline, with that wavelength. You will maybe slip into the 4D or even 3D as you totally go back to fear. Most of the time the 4D timeline is like, I sometimes see the 4D timeline as kind of how would you say that you kind of run away from the 3D. The 4D is that runaway place, because it's the imagination you can create for yourself, like a lovely thing in your mind, even though you hate your reality. While 5D timeline, you love your reality, you love this body, you love your mind, you love it all. So you live from love. And that's what I noticed the last couple of days, how every time a thought of fear came up, even though, for example, this is a good example. This morning I woke up, then throughout the day I was like, I really desire fresh air. I need fresh air. That is my desire right now. But the fear in me was saying, no, you have to go on a bike ride, it's way too far, it's cold, you will freeze to death or something. I don't know, what my mind all made up. So I decided upon that and I stayed in. But like the energies are amplified, so I choose actually the 3D timeline in that moment, while 3D and 5D, 4D are getting amplified. And I felt it, all this fear. I even got tapped into more fear, and it got so strong, and it was totally not resonating with me as I am awakened to love. I have practiced love so much that I have such a big commitment to love that if I choose fear, it's like cheating. And that feels awful. And that's what I saw. I was like, damn, that is crazy. How that can happen. And I'm so freaking curious if someone resonates with this story. If it resonated, if not, it's okay too. We all have our own perspectives on this. And that was just what I wanted to share. That was a little ad, little ad to the latest video I made. Hope you all have an amazing day today. I wish you all a magical, special, abundant day today. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to like, if you want to subscribe to the channel, that would be amazing. And have a magical day. Bye. So what I said before about commitment and love and cheating thing, I thought about it. If you come to Earth, you're in a committed relationship. You're in a committed relationship with love, with yourself. That's your relationship. So then you come to Earth. You decide, as your freaking relationship with yourself, you decide upon to forget about your commitment to yourself. So you forget about your relationship that you actually have. So forget about that, and then throughout life, just go cheating because you have no clue that you're in a committed relationship with yourself. So you forget all of that. So throughout life, you're cheating. On with who are you cheating? Fear. Because you forgot it, and with that you have no clue about it, about who you actually are, love. So spiritual awakening is actually waking up to the realization that your whole life you have been cheating. That's what I just realized. I was like, whoa, that is a heavy thing to realize though, that your whole life you have been cheating with fear. And the funny thing is, you have been cheating with something that does not even exist. Because fear is illusion, does not actually exist. It's separation. Fear, you are cheating with fear because fear actually wanted you to be separated. It wanted you to cheat with itself, with fear. Because then you would not realize that you are actually in a relationship. Because the moment you realize you're in a relationship, fear has no control over you anymore. So it's kind of a controlling person that you're cheating with. It's kind of, that is kind of crazy though, if I think about it. But that was just a realization I got, that the spiritual awakening is like waking up to that you were cheating the whole time without knowing. Like, that's crazy. Like, there are people that, you know, cheat with knowing it. that feels probably awful as well if they have emotions and feelings. But if you don't even know it and then wake up to that realization, that is how it feels to wake up spiritually. So to give an example with that as well, that when you then spiritually wake up, you realize that you actually were in a relationship. You don't know anything about it anymore, so you have to actually learn it again. You have to learn again about who the freak you are in a relationship with. That's like, you know, the practice of self-love, learning how to love yourself again. What is love? You forgot all about that. And then it's like, of course, the older you are, the more time you have to take to realize again who you are in a relationship with. For me, for example, I had my spiritual awakening when I was 18, 19. So I forgot about that I had a relationship, committed relationship for 18 years. Then I woke up to that. Then you have to be like, oh my god. A lot of people maybe then first of all will run away again because they are so faced with the fact that they were cheating their whole life. But then of course, love, the one they're in a relationship with, was all along there, was all along waiting for them to realize. It's inviting them in with open arms. And that's just what I just realized. I was like, whoa, that is very cool to know that if you're spiritually awakened, maybe it's just a little bit scary at first because, you know, you forgot about all of it. You were cheating with fear, something that doesn't exist. And love is all along there. And that can be facing. To know that love is all along there, just waiting on you. But the moment you wake up, that is something you choose, decide upon. And then to know that love will forgive you, accepts you as you are, allows you to be who you are, your past, forgives your past. And that is a funny example of a spiritual awakening created by me. I wish you all a beautiful day today. Bye.